If you feel that you're not firing off of all cylinders, if you feel that maybe you've been in sales for a little while and you just maybe got a little bit complacent, in this video, I'm going to show you how to go pro so you never fall back again. Stay tuned.
Randy and Michael, the Savages, love you guys. Come on, who we got? My boy Blake's hiding in the background. Jesse Ramos, let's go. Sweet. So this is our automotive call. Obviously, that's why you guys are here. There's some of you guys that I invited to this, so this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. We're going to get on here. I'm going to rip for, I don't know, 30 minutes because I know a lot of you guys are on some different time zones. So I'm just going to get in here and rip. I'm also going to run a little deal right here. But here's the most important thing. What we're going to talk about today is very, very simple. What we're going to talk about today is becoming a pro and mastering automotive sales and literally crushing every single deal. That's what we're going to learn today. Period, point blank. So those of you taking notes, and those of you that's going to be watching the recording after this is going to be a one that you want to take notes on. So let's just get right into it. Let's get into it. This isn't just about selling cars, right? This is about changing your life. And once we master this, you no longer have an income problem. You don't have any more money problems. They're gone because you mastered a skill. So today we're going to really learn how to crush like every single step of the sale. Obviously, most of you guys, you've been training with me for a while. You guys know how to crush objections, and that's what we're going to go over. There was a point in my career where I'm like, I wasn't firing on all cylinders. I wasn't just absolutely crushing it. And little did I know, I just needed to go back to the basics. That's all it was. It wasn't no magic clothes. It wasn't none of this stuff. It was realizing that I needed to go back to the basics. So we're just going to go back to the basics today. We're going to go back to the basics. We're going to talk about some cool stuff. And I want you to write down everything. Like, if you don't take notes, you're literally like, if you don't go back and watch and take notes, you're wasting your time because repetition is the mother of skill. I know some of you are driving. I mean, that's totally cool. Listen to it, own it, and then put yourself in this position of, okay, I'm going to put myself, what he's talking about, in that position. How can I benefit from this? How can I envision and visualize what I say? How can I say it differently? And just say it better. How can I do that? So I want to talk about the road to the sale. That's what I want to talk about first. Road to the sale. Let's just start off with fact finding. A sale starts with questions, not pitching, not sounding like everybody else. And key point, a great salesperson listens more than they talk. That's what a great salesperson does. A great salesperson listens more than he or she talks. So what's some questions when you're just in the conversation with somebody, whether you upped them on a lot or you just met them? Maybe like, hey, where did you guys commute from today? Hey, is this going to be something for you and the family? Hey, what do you guys like doing? What's some hobbies? You guys travel around? Notice a bumper sticker. Notice a hat. Notice a logo on a shirt. That's just key points right there. Just boom, getting in there, building a friend. So when it comes to like to call these qualifying questions, it's not like, because the last thing you want to do is to be out on the lot and you're talking to somebody that has a 0 credit score. Like, you don't want to be sitting there curb trading, going back and forth. Like, we need to ask really good questions as soon as we start to build this relationship when we first meet the customer. Next, here's something that's super cool. Hey, will you guys be trading something in today? Hey, do you currently have a payment on that? Roughly how much are you paying on that now? No kidding. Would you be open to financing with some of our primary lenders? Notice, what did I just say? Will you be trading the vehicle? Will you be trading anything in today? What's the current payments on your vehicle now? Hey, would you have any problem financing with some of our primary lenders? We're just gathering information, boys. Number one, we're finding out if they have a trade-in. Number two, we're finding out if that trade-in has a payment or a payoff on it, or they'll be like, no, man, my car's paid off. Boom. We're just revealing great questions. Ask great questions, get great answers. It's literally that simple. And then the last one, hey, would you have any concerns, or would you be open to financing with one of our primary lenders? Well, I do have this repo, I have this. Boom. We're gathering all the data right there. We're gathering all the data. Everything that we need to help the customer have a great car buying experience is what we're doing. We're not letting them test drive 14 different cars and then telling them they can't get approved for any of them. We're not wasting their time letting them spend hours at the dealership. Most people hate coming to a car dealership because they don't deal with a professional. And that's a problem. We're the pros. We're the one that's going to give them an experience worth paying for. And you guys know as well as I do, hell, all the prices now is online. It's not like we're just ripping, you're not just ripping people off like you used to 20, 30 years ago. Like, it's all online. You can't hide anything. So give them a show worth paying for. Make this the best experience that they've ever had, and be like, dang, bro, if they're not telling you, bro, like, you need to come work for me, or hey, you need to be getting into real estate, or you need to get into X, Y, and Z. If they're not saying those things, are you really performing at your highest level? Are you giving it everything that you've got? Probably not. So we're staying sharp. Iron sharpens iron. That's what we're here to do. So here's something that's super important. Why in the heck are they buying another car? Are they wanting to get rid of their old one? We got to figure out what's important to them. Because if you're guessing, when it comes down to the pencil and you're trying to close the deal, they're going to walk away. They're not going to do business with you. Find out what's most important to them. Is it getting a third row vehicle? Is it getting out of this SUV that they have now because the kids don't have legroom in the back and they're growing up and they're playing sports and they're doing all this stuff? You're the pro. Let's figure it out, man. Hey, have fun. I always have fun. I'm always smiling, no matter how tired I am, no matter if I wake up 4 a.m. every single day. I'm always having a good time. Give them a show worth paying for. I want you to never forget that. Give them a show worth paying for. They're about to spend probably the most expensive purchase these people will ever spend in their life, other than a house. It's going to be buying a car. Because shoot, man, car payments and cars are higher than cats' backs. That's what they used to say in Alabama. You guys ever heard of that? Higher than a cat's back? When the cat's like, they're like, rear, and their back sticks up. Oh, so now let's get to the walk around. I know. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. We're going to let some more people in here. There's a lot of people right now that just gives a small little nonchalant walk around. Just, hey, here's the car, look at it, whatever. Bro, this is what they're paying for. Yeah, it feels uncomfortable. Yeah, it feels weird talking and getting super excited about it. But would you guys not agree? Transfer of emotion is real. Absolutely. 1,000%. So check this out. The test drive, the walk around, this is when you start to sell the dream. So let me show you how to demo these. If you guys are not doing this right now, you're slacking. I didn't care if it was pouring down rain. I did this every single time. Isolate the vehicle. Okay, what does that mean? You get inside of the vehicle. I don't care if they're standing beside of it. You get inside the vehicle, you drive it 20, 30, 40 yards, isolate it. You get out, you pop all the doors, you pop the hood, you pop the tailgate. If it has a trunk, pop it and guide them through this experience. Walk around. Hey, say, come here. Hey, come here. Follow me. Just watch and just walk around. You're talking about it, showing them all these different things. You're looking around it. Next thing you know, you're going to end up at the driver's seat, and you're going to have a seat in there. Have a seat right there. Feel this massage chair. Feel the heat. Feel the cooled seats in here. I want to show you something. And then you're getting in there. You're feeling them. You're not feeling them. You're feeling you're showing them the seats. You're getting it comfortable to where they're at. And then you're like, all right, guys, let's take it for a quick spin. There's your test drive right there. You're on it. Remember this, people don't buy cars. They buy solutions to their problems. People don't buy cars. They buy solutions to their problems. Show them how the vehicle that you have plugs in and solves the problem that they have. Also, it's super important to get them involved. Like, make this experience awesome, man. Get them involved. If there's 3 people that pull up in a car and 2 of them are waiting while the other one's looking, no. We're going to go grab those other people. They're a part of this. If they're on your lot, you are going to make a mark on them and showing them how much of a professional you are. Everybody's involved. Make sure they all have water. Give them something. Reciprocity. Everybody is involved. Super important. Never leave anybody out. Ever. Here's a pro tip. You stay excited. Your energy transfers to them. If you're bored, if you're boring, they're checked out. Give them a show worth paying for. I'm going to say it over and over and over again. Be excited, especially in the car dealership, because Randy, you know as well as anybody here, the morale in the car dealership is not that high. It's pretty boring. It's like sometimes it's like sometimes it's like going to a funeral home. Welcome to most car dealerships. That just makes it that much easier for you to win, bro. It makes it that much easier for you to win because you're different. You're not like all the other sleazy car guys. Give them an experience worth paying for. Now, check this out. Objection handling. We need to look at objections like they're gifts. They're literally giving us a gift on how to close them and help them get what they want. I get excited when people give me objections. I'm just going to prove to them why my product, service, or offer or car is going to help them achieve what they want to achieve. And that's the beauty about it. That's the beautiful thing about it. When somebody objects to you, they're not telling you no. Okay? They're not telling you no. They just need some help to be educated on why they should say yes. Never forget that. Objections are good. When people say no, they just need a little bit of help. They need a little bit of coaching. They need a little push. They need a little bit of convincing on why they need to say yes. So if you guys don't have these mastered already, you need to. I know most of the people that I'm looking at right now have them all. I need to think about it. You guys know that one. Another one, your price is too high. You need to know that one, and you need to know it in 3 different ways minimum. And like, I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to my spouse. Those 3, we need to master them. So if you don't have them mastered, inside of the Discord, inside of our community, go in there, click on the Sales Warrior Playbook, and then find those objections and screenshot them. Save the book. Hell, it's in there for you. And memorize them. Get in there, memorize them, learn it, and master it. You guys have access to all that stuff. So go use it. Next is what I want to talk about is when you're going in for the close, right? When you're going in for the close, you're not presenting like I'm looking at Blake right now. We're not doing across the desk. We're coming around side of them. We're coming around, and then we're going over the numbers this way, knee to knee. Combative is this way. Combative is right in front, but when you're on their side, where you could wrap your arm around them if you wanted to, and you can go over the options right here, boom, you're on their team, bro. They already think you're trying to screw them anyways because they've been destroyed in the past by other shitty car people. Not you. You're their friend. You're their trusted advisor. You're their professional. Guide them through it. Dude, even during COVID, I sold a little bit during COVID. And then I sold a little bit of cars during COVID. Bro, we had the glass wall up. Did you guys experience that? If you was, anyways, there was a glass wall and we had to wear the mask. Dude, I still went around. I still went around because it's so important. Be different. Get knee to knee with them, man. Go over it. If they have any questions or objections, it's your job to guide them through it. I want to touch on this too, trial closes. Trial closes are super important. Trial closes is when you finally figure out what you've got. You're in the trial close. Another one that you could say is, yeah, I appreciate that, Jack. Let's go. Trial closes is anything. Well, here's a couple one. Here's one. This is a tough one. Like, this is strong. It takes some cojones to be like, all right, guys, go ahead and when you're back to the dealership, all right, guys, go ahead and pull it in there. That's a sold lane. That means that nobody can buy this vehicle while you're looking at it. Well, Jesse, I ain't bought it yet. Jesse, I ain't buying anything yet. Jesse, I don't think I want this one. We're figuring it out. Here's another one. If we're talking and we miss that opportunity before we get out of the vehicle, all right, guys, so let me ask you this. If we can get a numbers to 110% your satisfaction, is there any reason why you wouldn't take this beautiful car home today? Any reason? No? Awesome. Here's another one. All right, guys, let me ask you this. Who are going to be titling this car's name in? Is it going to be you or both of you guys? How do you want the title? How do you want it to be titled? There's 3 golden ones right there. My favorite one, hey, park it in the sold row right there. That just means we're working a deal on it. Nobody can buy it. And still, when I get out of the car or right before, so let me ask you this. Is there any reason if we can get the numbers to 110% your satisfaction, why you wouldn't take it home today? Any reason at all? Well, it just depends on if you can get the price right. Well, it just depends on if you can get the money I want for my trade. Guess what? Now you know what to go tell the desk. We're just getting ammunition. And we're being a pro, like a sniper, not a machine gun, blabbering crap. We're being a pro. And that's why all you guys are here. That's why all of you guys are here. So always assume the sale. Always. They can buy, they came to buy, and they will buy as long as I do my job right. Bars. I just figured out what that was. Somebody told me bars. I didn't even know what that was. They can buy, they came to buy, and they will buy as long as I do my job right. That's the beautiful thing here. That's the beautiful. Don't ask them to buy. Assume that they're going to be buying. Act like they already did. You're the pro. Take them on an experience. And here's something that I want to wrap this up with you guys, and then we'll do a couple minutes of Q&A if you guys have any questions. I want you guys to really challenge yourself. I want you guys to challenge yourself. Right now, write down, like, what are you going to do differently tomorrow? What are you going to do differently? Are you going to have more energy? Are you going to ask better questions? Are you going to give people a walk around that they've never experienced before? What are you going to do? And I want you to write it down. I want you to write down what you're going to do. And this goes for the people that's going to watch this recording as well. What are you going to do differently tomorrow? How are you going to get just a little bit better? What are you going to do? Write it down. And here's something that's super crazy. Like, this training and the training that you guys have access to inside of our platform, this isn't just about selling. It's literally about you becoming the best version of yourself. You're not just going to make extra money. You're literally becoming the person that the good Lord intended you to be. When you become a great human being, and you're always focusing on the positive things in life, it's crazy and amazing how many awesome things just get laid right in your lap. It's unbelievable. So I want you guys to remember this. All the time that you put into this, all the hours, all the notes that you take, all the deals that you do, all the people that you talk to, all of that is an opportunity for you to become the best version of yourself. And at the end of the day, it's hard to argue and fight with you getting 1% better every single day. And that's how you build a life that most people dream of. But most people don't stay in the paint long enough. Most people, when it gets hard, they quit. So I want you to really sit down and think. Think about these notes. Think about this call. Go back and watch it again and just see how can you get just a little bit better today. What do you need to do? So I appreciate you guys. That's what I have for you tonight. Keep kicking butt. Let's freaking roll. I'm going to answer a couple of your guys' questions if you have anything. And let's just win, man. That's the most important thing is to get out here and freaking win. So has anybody got any questions before I get off here? Let's go, Stefano. What up?
Yo, what's going on, Jesse? How you doing, bro?
Blessed, dude. I'm super grateful. I'm excited for these automotive calls. It brings back some really good memories. I mean, the automotive changed my life, bro. Like it changed my entire freaking life. So it's cool getting back here and then just getting caught up and brushed up and studied on some things. So I'm doing good, bro.
Solid, man. Glad to hear it. Good question here to ask on just questions in general. What do you do when you've got clients that are just very vague, very cold, very standoffish, when you're trying to just, gauge a little bit of interest, like, what has you coming in today? Like, why are you shopping? Like, are you trying to upgrade? What are you looking for? Anything specific? And they're just giving you like really short, one-worded, vague answers.
I love that. So let me ask you this. How often does that happen to you?
I'd say like 40% of the time, maybe.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. This is when 9 times out of 10 they have a bad feeling. They've heard something bad about a car salesman, and they have something going on where they don't trust you. The last thing that you want to do is go straight down to their level, just being bland and vague. I don't care. I tell people this. People can see. And remember, energy is transferable. So the last thing that you want to do is start to consume their energy.
Mhm.
And if they think you're too much, good. Good. Because every other person they've ever dealt with was probably super vague and just like they just wanted to sell them something. So getting those people to trust you, smiling, continuing to do your process, not throwing off of your game one bit. And at the end of the day, if like they're being dicks about it, give them a little taste of their medicine. I'm being straight up. It's like, hey, Stefano, like, I appreciate you for coming to the dealership. I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. But you guys have been some of the rudest people that I've talked to. Can we start out on a different foot? Like, I generally want to help you guys. And I could only imagine there's no telling what you guys had to go through or the bad experiences or whatever you have. But I generally am here to help you. Like, I do this for a living. I have a family. I do all this stuff. And I truly want to help you. But, like, can we start off on the right foot? My name's Jesse. And call them out. And dude, I've done that probably 5 times. Yes, I've done it 5 times. I agree. Because it doesn't happen often. For me, it never happened because obviously I didn't take ups. I built social media. But being that direct with them and killing them with kindness, that's the key. Killing them with kindness. Even after 15 or 20 minutes, if they're still being really rude, bro, hit them right in the mouth, dude, because some people are bullies. Some people are freaking bullies. And you got to stand up for yourself. That car deal isn't going to make or break you. It isn't going to make or break the dealership. And there's no reason on God's green earth why somebody should be disrespectful to another human being. So I hope that gives you a little bit more courage to say some shit you probably normally wouldn't say.
Yeah, definitely. Most def, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go, dude. I love it.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Anybody else got anything, or you guys ready to freaking kick some butt and take some names?
Jesse, I've got something for you.
Talk to me, Ty. Let's go.
So what would you do in a situation where, you're competing with other dealerships that sell the same vehicle? In my situation, I have like lifetime powertrain warranty, so I've got a little bit of a fighting foot there to kind of compete against other dealerships. But sometimes it just like comes down to whoever gives the best dollar. And like obviously I've got a little bit of fighting ground there, but I don't know. What I've been doing is just kind of like taking the mini, but I'd obviously rather not do that because I don't want to waste my time over and over competing, spend 8 hours with somebody and then make $200,
Yeah.
you know. But at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, 1,000%. So it depends. It depends on what they're currently driving now. Like, are they driving something that has a warranty on it and they're trading it in? Because if there's a thing called money justification, Randy, you're going to learn this coming up, so get ready for it. There's a thing called money justification where you flip over the paper. Let me show you how affordable your new car is. And then you break down the money. And dude, if you have a lifetime powertrain warranty, oh my gosh. Because the average cost to maintain a vehicle is a few $1,000s a year. And if their engine blows out and they don't have a warranty, I mean, it could go anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And the fact that you have,
Right.
you could show them how their new car is affordable, even if they have another vehicle that's $2,000 more. The peace of mind and the extra $40 it'll be on their payment, if that, is nothing compared to them having to fix an engine 2 or 3 years down the road. Because lifetime powertrain, bro, that is huge. Huge. I had to compete against that shit. I had to compete against it, and that's hard. So, dude, common sense, logic, being the professional. If somebody's $2,000 higher than you, let me show you how we're actually more affordable than them, and here's why. So a reason why people actually come and do business with us at our dealership is, are you familiar, like, do you understand what the lifetime powertrain? I know it's a cute saying, but like, are you familiar what a lifetime powertrain warranty is? Oh, you're not? So let me tell you about it. So if you have a pamphlet or something of like what it covers over, if you don't, you need to figure out why in the heck you don't. I guarantee that a service drive has some, because if you guys have been doing it for a while, do you guys
Yeah,
have
we do.
Okay, so let me guys
Yeah,
explain.
we've got a whole thing. Yeah.
Let me explain this to you guys. So this happens right here. Remember how you was telling me like your last car, like the transmission was having problems, or this was having problems, or hey, let me tell you this story. Oh my gosh. So I had a customer in the past, and in a story is either your customer or somebody else's customer that they had, where they bought a vehicle, the motor blew up, and the dealership didn't pay nothing, and then they had to come out of pocket 10 grand, and they couldn't, so the bank had to come repo that car because they didn't have enough money to do it. But if they would have just bought a car that qualifies for this, you know how much extra this is? It's zero. It's included in all of our vehicles because taking care of people is the number one thing for us. So yes, there is going to be dealerships out there that's 2 or 3,000 less than us, but those vehicles and those dealerships, they also don't have to go through 152-point service inspection like our cars do, because our goal is to make the vehicles like new for you and your family. So yes, I am going to be a little bit higher in price, but being higher in price, I'm also going to be higher in value for the price, and obviously getting the best deal possible, and the value that you're paying for is most important to you. Am I right? And with the $2,000 difference, I mean, that's roughly nothing when it comes to financing this out. So let me show you this right here, and then just go over with it. So does that kind of make sense now? Do you understand where I'm coming from? And if they don't close right there, then you go to what's called money justification. Let me show you how affordable your new car is. You flip it over and you start going. You put the price of your car, the price of the car that they're going over, and you put you'll just go down here. It's hard for me to explain it all. I'll end up doing a Zoom call to show you guys exactly like what it is.
Okay.
It's crazy. Like, it is absolutely bananas. And it actually shows them, and it's logical math. how your car is affordable in the long run with your warranty versus the competitor that doesn't have it and they're more money. But most times, it's super rare. Like, it was super rare for me to ever have to use that because, like, dude, these people were so sold when they was with me. Like, I literally, like, I give them a show worth paying for. What I've said a million times. They trusted me because I genuinely had their best interest in mind. So you do not have to go down $2,000 or whatever it is that you're going down because you have something that's invaluable, bro. Like a powertrain warranty, like that's freaking bananas, dude. It's absolutely bananas. So you have a cheat code, bro. So you need to leverage that and understand how valuable it is. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Much love.
Hey, I got a question.
Talk to me.
So, how do you feel about pushy salesmen? Like, for example, I was at a dealership not too long ago. I was looking for a new truck, and this guy just kind of he's talking to me, and I could tell he's hungry for that sale, and I get it. That's our job. But at the same time, when he's talking to me, he's like, "So if I can do this, do we got a sale? Do we got a sale? Do we got a sale?" Just over and over, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I appreciate your time," and I took off. I was not about it.
Yeah. This is when you read people because some people love to be sold. They love it. But most people don't. Most people don't. So you got to feel the person, man. Like that's why you're asking all these questions. You're asking about all this shit. If was you on the call at the beginning?
No, I was at the dealership in person.
No, I'm talking about was you on this call at the beginning when I was going over everything?
No, I joined a little late.
Okay. Go back. I'll send the recording in the chat, but go back and watch that. But that's why it's so important to ask great questions because it gives you great answers, and people are going to start to just open to you, and they're going to tell you how to sell them. They're going to tell it. If it's a young guy and he's like coming in to buy the big truck or the Corvette or whatever it is, we're not going to say, "Oh yeah, look at all these cool buttons, dude." How's it going to feel like when you're driving down the road and no, let me paint this picture for you. Before you buy this car, let me give you one piece of advice. Don't tint the windows. Why not? Because when you're rolling up to a stoplight and you see these young hot chicks that's running around here in XYZ city, you want them to be able to see you. Okay? You don't want to be hidden from them. So that's the only advice I want to give you. But if you're like, dude, this car has a 350 horsepower motor, it does this, it goes 0 to 60 and so far, know the customer. This one guy might be a dork and he doesn't like women. You never know. You have to fill out your people, bro. Like the guy he probably didn't ask you near enough questions and he was just wanting to sell. And you can smell it, bro. And nobody wants to deal with that.
Yep.
Nobody wants to deal with that. There's very few people that like, I want to be sold. Most time it's not. So reading your customer, figuring out like, who are they? Who are they? What kind of people are they? And most of the time you realize, dude, these people are just like me. They're just like me. So ask great questions, get great answers, and don't be like that guy that you ran into when you were trying to buy your truck or whatever. That was a great experience of who not to be. So understand if somebody like Stefano, understand if somebody is acting that way towards you in the beginning, understand that they just probably had a bad experience and they haven't dealt with a professional. But it's not about what they think about car sales, guys. What do they think about you after they get done talking with you? That's the most important thing.
Oh yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You got it. All right, squad. I've got some building out to do, and I'm going to get this uploaded into the Discord.